Hello, viewers. This is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and it looks like we have White Weenie versus Black Red Vampires. I've actually been interested to see this matchup because there's such similar concepts, but the difference in colors could prove quite telling. So, White Weenie currently has an Incited Rabble with a Griff Spoon. He has a Town Gossip Monger, which soon enough will be another Incited Rabble, and then he has a Dragon Hunter. And a Knight of the White Orchid. But he can't get another land because even if he hadn't played that land, he still would not have had less lands. Because he went first. Now, Vampires has an Insolent Neonate and an Heir of Falconwrath. Now, if he can discard something like a Fiery Temper to the Heir of Falconwrath to transform it, and then get the Lightning Bolt effect. Nope, he's sacrificing Insolent Neonate to play Giss's Bidding for 3, which puts 2... Oh, okay, so it puts two 2/2 black zombie tokens into the field. Not that bad. Not really that great at the moment, to be honest. But he discards a mountain to transform the Heir of Falconwrath into the Heir to the Knight, excuse me. And he's attacking in with the 3/2 flyer. So both sides are now at 17, and the inevitable transformation happens. But Vampires is in not the greatest spot, to be honest. Here comes 3, 5, 7, 9 damage. He can block these creatures on the ground. He can't touch this one, though. And double blocking the other Incited Rabble. No tricks, though. I was expecting him to Fire Breathe. But he had something better to play. Consul's Lieutenant. Which is basically like a Lord for his deck. It doesn't have to have a creature type attached. It's just creatures he has, controls that are attacking get +1/+1. So it can be a very powerful card. Ravenous Bloodseeker. 1/3, discard a card, gets +2/-2. Insolent Neonate. And attacking in with the Heir to the Knight again. White Weenie's at 14, Black Red is at 10. He does have blockers, but, they're small. I was just about to say, it's pretty safe to attack in with the Knight of the White Orchid because it has First Strike and 2 power. If he discards a card, his toughness will be small enough that First Strike kills it. Even if he double blocks with like the zombie and the neonate, he's going to kill the creature and then it'll only take 1 damage. So he would have to triple block to get rid of the Knight of the White Orchid here. But he still can't stop the flying Incited Rabble. But, a 1/3 is a good answer to a 2/2 First Strike. Fire Breathing on the Incited Rabble, putting it up to 5 power, so Vampires will be down to 5. But neither creature will die here. So now it comes down to Vampires being able to at least kill the Incited Rabble. Because I highly doubt that he's got the juice to be able to kill White Weenie in a single turn here. 3 cards in hand, 4 mana. He's got a 3/2 flying blocker. At the very least, he's just going to have to not attack. Okay, he's going in with the Insolent Neonate and the Ravenous Bloodseeker. Neonate has Menace, so he would have to block with both of his creatures to deal with him. And I highly doubt that he's going to, since it's 1 damage. The Bloodseeker, on the other hand, you know, it would be a gamble throwing the Consul's Lieutenant in front, because unless he discards a card, he's going to kill off the Lieutenant. Oh, sacrificing the Neonate to play Fiery Temper. Killing off the Incited Rabble, drawing a card off the Neonate, leaving him with his Ravenous Bloodseeker. And 1 damage. 2 cards left in hand, 4 mana. So, White Weenie's not exactly in lethal range yet, but it wouldn't be too hard for him to get in lethal range. Something like a Declaration in Stone, Silk Wrap, Stasis Snare, or Griff's Boon come back on Dragon Hunter. So now it's a 3/1 flyer, and he's going all out. So at minimum, 2 damage is getting through. Ooh. Discarding a card to the Bloodseeker to play from under the floorboards. And I'm going to have to wait to see it resolve to know what it does, because I don't know what that card is. Alright, X is 2. Put 3 2/2 black zombie tokens onto the battlefield tapped and gain 3 if it was done for the madness cost. Instead, put X. So he gets 2 zombie tokens and 2 life. So, puts him up to 7. It's still not enough for him to be able to not block, so he has to throw the Heir to the Night in front of Dragon Hunter, so they will trade. And honestly, I would chump block the Consul's Lieutenant so that it doesn't get Renown. But he chooses not to. He takes 4 damage, goes down to 3. And the great thing about Griff's Boon, with that 4 mana Bring It Back ability, is White can do it and almost guarantee the win. Oh, and Vampires is attacking all in here. He's got 2 cards in hand, so there's potential for Ravenous Bloodseeker to buff up, and also for more madness, but that's 6, 7 at the moment. And no tricks, just 7 damage. And no plays. I have to say, this is quite the tight match here. Though it appears that White Weenie has this in the bag right now. But at the same time, alright, Griff's Boon onto the Knight of the White Orchid. If he has another Fiery Temper, he could discard in response, or he can just do Lightning Axe and discard a Ravenous Bloodseeker. But that still leaves the problem of the 3/2, which is more than enough to kill him. So that was, honestly, that was a miscalculation on his part being aggressive in that last attack. He would have had plenty of blockers to hold off this creature if he hadn't attacked. But I'm surprised that it came down to as low a life on both sides as it did. That was a pretty good match. But unfortunately, the game took, a lot longer than I expected, so the video's already 10 minutes long, so I'm going to have to end it there. That was White Weenie versus Black Red Vampires, and if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.